guys, this is Spark Plus Ultra here, and this is part 2 on what if Asta had Natsu Dragneel magic. Let it rise! And I hope you like this video and hope you subscribe. Both Asta and Yuno got back to the church, and Sister Lily and Orsai was happy that both Yuno and Asta got back. And Asta says,
"Hey, look, Orsai, Sister Lily, I got my grimoire."
And Orsai and Sister Lily see Asta, and we're not surprised on his reaction on getting a grimoire. And Asta says, "It's 10 times cooler as Yuno." And Yuno says, I doubt that. And Asta says,
"What? No way! Mine is very much cooler than yours."
and Orsai says, No, you two.
Stop
Fighting. And then Yuno says, we're not fighting, we're bickering. But I don't want to enrage this Shorty's temper. And Asta says,
Shorty! Where did that even come from? You know?
and then Sister Lily says, alright, calm down. And then Asta says,
You wanna go string bean?
and Yuno says, sure, as a salamander always puts it. And then Asta says,
Oh, that's it! Now you're gonna taste it! Ah!
going to attack Asta, but going to fight Yuno. But then Sister Lily says, that's enough! And hitting him with a holy water fist. And Asta says, plummeting on the ground, feeling that hit. Man, that feels like a dump truck that was hitting down on me. And Yuno says, now you look like a salamander pancake. And Asta says,
You're gonna get it, you know?
and then Sister Lily says,
No! Listen, you two. That's enough.
now show the grimoires and no fighting. And then Asta says,
Alright. Can you get that thing off of me?
after Sister Lily got rid of the holy water fist, she gave them a lecture on doing that. And
Asta says, Alright, let's just show them the grimoires.
And Yuno says, fine. And then they summoned their grimoires. And Orai and Sister Lily were amazed on how they look and what type of grimoires they are. And then Nash and Rekka look and see both Yuno and Asta's grimoire. And they were looking at it like it's so cool. And then Rekka and Nash see that Yuno's is like 4-leaf grimoire. And Sister Lily and Orai were amazed on Yuno having a 4-leaf clover grimoire and were praising him. And then they look at Asta's, and Asta says,
Look at this. My grimoire is unique. I haven't never seen this symbol.
and pointing at the dragon symbol near to the grimoire. And Orai and Sister Lily says, it is pretty unique. I have never seen. And Sister Lily comments, the symbol is unique. I've never seen a dragon, but I heard salamander. And then Asta says,
Oh, come on! Stop calling me a salamander!
and then Eunice comments a leading punch roll with his insult joke. Your face already looks like one. And Asta then goes swing and using a fist. And Asta says,
What you say?
and Sister Lily then puts her hand up on Asta's hand and looks at him with a look of doubt. And Asta says, yes, ma'am. And feeling the anger of Sister Lily, he withdraws his punch. And then Orai then looks at it. Well, interesting. it says Fire Dragon Slayer Magic. And Asta then smells. And then Rai says, I have never heard of it. Then Rai then calling for Asta, and when he looks and sees Asta gone, he then hears someone says,
I smell something good.
and then Rai says, Asta, what are you doing? And then he looks at Asta, smelling Ness, and Ness says,
What's with you?
and Asta says, sorry, I can't resist something delicious. And Rai says, huh? What do you mean? Asta says, drilling on the way he smells Ness, and Ness says, get back! And using his flames to try to repel Asta, Asta says, eating his flame. Not bad. And Orion was shocked. Sister Lily, Rekka were both shocked. Even Ness was shocked to see that Asta has ate his flame. And Asta says, what? Isn't that surprising? And Yuno says, you never done before or any time. And Asta says,
Alright, I forgot to mention, the Fire Dragon Slayer magic can eat any flame, except mine.
And Yuno says, I guess that makes sense. And all four of the church members were shocked to see that Asta could fire no matter what fire magic it is, or regular fire. Then both Asta and Yuno sleep and go to become magic knights on the next day. Asta was training on his senses and was doing really well. Asta says, yeah! Ha! Huh! Punching different objects really hard and getting way more intense by his fighting. And Asta says, this is awesome! Fire Dragon Slayers? Talent! Using his foot to engulf in flames, Asta swings and destroying a rock, melting it in one blow. And Asta says, yeah! This is awesome! Asta was having a riot of a time. And then he smells, oh, Yuno! And Yuno says, are you done making that racket? And Asta says, oh, sorry, I was having too much fun. And Yuno says, I meant your voice. Asta says, what? My voice isn't that loud. And Yuno says, I can hear it all the way there. And Asta says, why you? And Yuno says, let's get going. We're going to get to be magic knights. And Asta says, oh, right. I almost forgot. Both Yuno and Asta go to magic knights. And Asta and Yuno were walking down, going to the Clover Village. And when they were going to the Clover Village, Yuno was using his wind magic to cool down the atmosphere around him. And Asta says, huh? Feeling the wind breeze around him. And Asta says, you're using magic already? And Yuno says this, I can't help this one. Your magic is already spewing out like a freaking bonfire. And Asta says, oh, sorry about that. I get really intense just by having a good training. And Asta cools down. And Yuno says, man, I thought the heat from your temperatures was hot. And Asta says, sorry about that. I bet I can even melt rock just by walking. And Yuno says, I can believe that, salamander. And Asta says, stop calling me salamander! And Asta and Yuno got to the village. They see anti-birds swarming on the ground. And Asta says,
Whoa, these birds look mighty tasty.
And Yuno says, we're not here for a meal, salamander.
You're no fun, you know.
After they were bickering, and when they stopped, a big anti-bird that came scared off all the little other anti-birds. And when the big anti-bird comes, it comes to Asta. And Asta looks at it and was a little surprised. And then the anti-bird perches on Asta's head. And all the village people laugh a bit. And Asta doesn't mind the laughter, but looking at the anti-bird. But when he looks at it, the anti-bird was feeling a pulsating of fear from Asta. Bum, bum, bum. And anti-bird thinking, his aura is so frightening. And Asta says,
Hey, don't worry, I won't hurt you.
And Yuno says, but you were thinking of eating one of them. And
Asta says, Hey, shut up! That doesn't mean I would not keep one as a pet.
giving a stupid smile. And Yuno says, you really know how to look on the bright side. And Asta says,
I'll take that as a compliment.
and Asta pets the anti-bird on his head.
Who's a good anti-bird?
But when Asta was petting the anti-bird got a little annoyed with Asta and picked his hand. And
Asta says, Ah!
and then Asta says,
I guess I
earned that one. And Asta and Yuno got to the Magic Knights Stadium. Both Yuno and Asta were given by brooms to use to fly. Yuno did it, obviously easily, but Asta had a little hard time figuring out how to fly. Then Seke then says, Aha! Do you need help, newbie? And Asta says,
Huh? Who the heck are you?
Then Seke says, Haha! I'm very experienced on the broom. Just transfer your magic and you can figure out how to fly. And Asta then puts magic in his broom. And Asta says, Wow! Working! Then Asta was feeling a bit of nausea when he was using his broom. He float a little in the air, and Seke says, Aha! I told you! Then Asta then does this. I think I feel a little sick. And Seke says, Huh? That's impossible. You're already on a few feet there. And when Seke said that, Asta then does this. Then puke at Seke's face. And Seke says, Bah! And Asta was on the ground and trying to not lose his lunch. Man, I'm never going to do that again. And Seke says, What was that for? Cleaning off Asta's puke off of him. And Asta says, Sorry, I've never ridden a broom before, but... and Asta trying to put back his lunch back, and Asta says, It's the first time I ever ridden one, so I think I got some form of problem with writing those things. And then Seke says, First time? That's impossible. And then the instructor goes over to see Asta. And one of the instructors was Flagolion Vermilion, a captain. And Flagolion then looks at Asta. Is there a problem? And Seke says, Yes, this little guy has little puking problem when he just rode his broom. And Flagolion looks at Asta. Let me look at you for a bit. And Asta says, Oh, I'm never gonna write anything
again.
And then Legoleon looks at Asta and says, can you show me the problem? And then Asta says,
Do you really want me to ride that broom again?
and Legoleon says, no, I don't think so. I'm taking a guess that you have vertigo, motion sickness. And Asta says,
I'm never going to ride those things again. Anything on wheels or...
and Legoleon says, you said you never rode anything, have you? And Asta then says,
I only once did this, and I'm already feeling sick.
and Legoleon then says, Seke, you should have figured it out sooner or later. Not all of the Magic Knight cadets could be properly used to brooms. And Seke says, right, my bad, sir. And then Asta smells Legoleon's magic.
Smells so good.
Legoleon was confused. What? Asta then eats his flames. And then Legoleon was surprised to see Asta eating his flames. And Asta says,
This is much better. Tastes so good.
and Asta says,
Alright, I'm feeling fired up.
and Asta was all back at 100%. And Legoleon was impressed and amazed that Asta could eat his flames and replenish his strength and magic back. And Asta says,
Now I'm ready to do this.
and then Legoleon says, are you sure? And Asta says,
Just don't get me near any flying things.
and Legoleon says, duly noted. Then Seki then tries to show him all the basics, but Asta was passing through those two pretty quickly. And then Seki and Asta were gonna fight each other. And Seki says, I'll let you get the hit first, and I'll defend it. And Asta then figured out what Seke's plan is.
Sure, I'll take that bet.
And Seke thinks to himself, he fought for it. How simple can it be? And Asta thinks. then Asta get excited and says, I'm all fired up! And then heat comes off of his body, melting stone a bit to the cement of the stadium arena. He's walking ever excitedly.
Better take your word, because I'm gonna fry you up like a fish.
And Seki says, you're gonna do what? And then Asta says,
Here I come!
and Asta rushes to Seki. And Seki then says, now face my defense! And he creates a bronze dome. But Asta then uses Iron Fire Dragon Fist! And punching through Seke's dome shield. And Seki then sees, and Asta says, now you'll face this Dragon Slayer. Asta then accelerates its speed and hitting Seki in the gut and putting him down. And Seki then felt his gut heating up like a furnace, burning to his gut. And Seki was knocked out. And Asta says,
I was hoping to have more fun with this.
and all of the instructors were shocked to see Asta just casually blitzing with just raw speed, and his heat from his body just melted cement on by him standing there and walking and rushing to Seki. Then Asta got MVP on each passing on the grades, and all the magic knights have come. And then 2 people were very interested in Asta. One was Yami, and the other was Flergolion. And Flergolion says, "Your fighting style reminds me of my sister. She is pretty strong and bashful." And Asta says,
Whoa! Is she really that strong?
and Flergolion chuckles on that. "I'm just as strong as her." And Asta sparkles his eyes.
Whoa!
But then Nozel says, typical. The Crimson Lion commander taking in another fire mage. And then Flergolion and Nozel get into a heated confrontation. And Yami was annoyed. This is gonna be a pain. And then Yami takes Natsu. And Yami says, so you're a kid that has a bizarre habit. And Asta says,
Yes, sir! I'm Asta. Great to see ya, Yami.
and then Yami grabs Asta's head and squeezing it.
And Asta says, Ow! Son of a... Let go of me!
And Yami felt an aura here, and Yami was, alright, you pass. And Asta says,
Huh? You squeezed my head, and now I pass? Grr.
and Yami says this, "You made me like you for 3 things I like." And Asta says,
I'm gonna prove to be strong. Strong enough to beat you.
and Yami says, go ahead and try. Then Finral made a portal, and Yami and goes in. Then Seke says, aha, you made me embarrassed. Now you face this. Craving the curse, but Yuno stops him and says, don't try it. Looking at Asta and says, get better, Asta. And that's where I'm ending this video. I hope you liked this video and hope you subscribe. See you next time.